again to Nature's Glory Cabin Off-Road Edition. Today we're doing a couple of trails in the Back Country Byway that I haven't recorded before. We're doing Sinking Creek and the New Virginia rock climb out from the creek. So we have to do a little bit of an old trail we've done before. We're going to start out on Cave Fork. We have to do part of it before we get to Sinking Creek, and then New Virginia we come out and then we just head back the same way we've done before. So here we go. We're starting off on Cave Fork here just off of 11, and I'm going to cut most of this out. We're only going to be on here a minute. We do have to go back in here a little ways, and I'll show you where we veer off and go on to Sinking Creek. If you follow the Back Country Byway map, this isn't on it. You have to veer off of it to go this way. I have a GPX of this if anybody wants it, that will take you off of Cave Fork on down to Sinking Creek. We're still on Cave Fork here. This is the water crossing where you cross and go left up the hill. This is day 2. This is another one of the pre-rides. I put these two together, Sinking Creek and New Virginia, because you have to do all of these to get back to civilization. So we've done Cave Fork before, so I've cut most of it out. Just a few minutes here and there. And here we're coming up on a veer. We stay to the right, stay on Cave Fork. That way we're heading in the right direction. And we get on down through here a bit. Now we're going to cross this little washout, which I believe also has a culvert in it. And the Back Country Byway takes you across the creek here and on out to Cave Fork Ridge. We're going to go right. This is where it turns into Sinking Creek. And eventually here, it doesn't take it long to start getting a little rougher. I've sped things up in a lot of places so we can get through it. I tried to show the entire trail here of Sinking Creek and the part of New Virginia, which hadn't been done before, so you can see the entire trail. Next time I do one of these, I'll just leave in the more action parts, but I want you to see the whole trail. First part here is pretty tame. And we were probably on 10 or 15 minutes before it started to get a little more exciting. Stay with me, it's not going to take long. Listen to the music, enjoy the music. We do this as part of our cabin that we rent when we're not using it. If you can tell, as much as I'm up in the gorge, we use it a lot. But it's available to rent. It's got a web page, www.naturesglorycabin.com, and a Facebook and YouTube channel with the same name, Nature's Glory Cabin. Visit those and see what you think. There's a lot of other stuff going on. There's lots of pictures on the Facebook page that my wife takes, and some various other things, and of course the YouTube channel has cabin things, and we try to do a little bit of hiking as well. This is my preferred way to hike. We do have some other video in here that I had somebody capture with a camcorder, so we'll have some of that as well. Stay with me, it won't be long. I know this one's a little longer, but again, I tried to show the whole trail so you kind of see what you're getting into. It's been fairly dry around here these days, so there are some ruts here. If you notice, we're trying to ride the rut to stay out of them. Most everybody on here had either 33s or 35s. I'm on 33s. Limited slip and a rear locker in the front, and I did use a locker a few times. And you can see it's starting to get a little rougher, but this isn't much yet. This is probably a 4, 5, 6 level ride out of 10. You'll see why when we get there. And of course, if you're more equipped and bigger tires, it may not be that hard for you. All right, now we're descending down going to come up on what you call our first obstacle. And here we go, we got the camcorder video from the other angle. You can see us coming down this. Down is obviously easier than going up, but you still had to make sure you got your tires placed just right. This would have been sped up just a little bit. Not so much where you can't not see it, but enough to where it looks like it's a little quicker to get through. And here I come down the hill in the blue Jeep. Hey, and there's FJ Boken. We'll see if he watches this and hears his mention. And here's the guy bringing up the rear. As I understand it, he doesn't have any traction devices, no lockers or anything, and he makes it through the trail. Now, some people need to be spotted more than others, and we have help. That's why we have this recovery gear. And here we are after we got through that. And there's a little bit more enough obstacle when we get down to the bottom of the hill here and start to go back up. As you can see through the trees a little bit, you can see everybody going through there. I actually did do this trail once before. We ended up losing the footage, and that was about a year ago. So this gave me another chance to do it. Oh, there he is. That's us going through this obstacle. Sorry about that. One by one. But the bottom of the hill again, there is something else when we start to turn and go back up. It's a little rocky and uneven. And sometimes, depending on your placement, you can have a little more trouble than others. But we all made it through it without much effort. That's Mike. He don't give up. A lot of this stuff just depends on what line you take. He has a rear locker but no front locker. I think I probably turned on my front locker to get through this. I don't think it stopped me. I stayed to the left as I noticed that he went on up the left, and I just went right on through it. Now when we get up to the top up here, after we climb a few more rocks, I believe there's a mud hole on the left and a bypass on the right. So we're going to take the bypass on the right. Mud hole on the left. Get a little off camber going on that bypass, but not too bad. And there, if you notice, we waited for a second and we took on off. We stopped occasionally. It probably took us 2 hours to get through these trails. That is, if we weren't stopped. It probably took us 3 with the stops. Now we're working down this hill here, and it's got some rough spots in it as well. It's a fun trail. It's not too awful hard, but it'd be definitely, you should probably do it with somebody at least the first time. Because you know you can break things. It happens. You get back in here and break something. Make a really bad day if you're alone and can't get out. Again, these were all sped up just a little bit. We didn't drive this fast. It looks like I'm driving slow, but it's been sped up a little bit. I'm waiting on them to turn the corner or somebody behind me, make sure I can see them. Always make sure you can see the vehicle in front of you and behind you. We have GMRS radios as well, so we're in close contact. There's a little bit of a drop off here. Doesn't look like much. Boom. It wasn't that much. Now things are going to smooth up for a little bit. Be a little rocky, but otherwise than that, pretty smooth. I've sped this up a little more because it's pretty smooth. A little bit of water here and there, a few rocks here and there, nothing really hard right now. We've made it through the roughest part of that, I believe. It'll be a while before we hit something else. Beautiful scenery back in here. Enjoy the scenery and listen to the music as we go. I believe through here, somewhere there's a sign on one of these trees that faces the other direction that says Sinking Creek. I have done this trail in both directions. Scenery's beautiful back in here in early spring. Everything is all trees have their leaves and everything. Now we're coming up on another creek crossing. I'm sure it's still Sinking Creek. We go on it and around it and over it several times. We hesitated for a second here. Trail leader was trying to decide which direction he wanted us to go. If you notice, we straightened out real quick there to go straight. As we move on down through here, just enjoy the scenery. We're going to find a spot coming up here a little bit, I believe, where you can see how it got its name, Sinking Creek. It comes in and out from under the mountains, comes in and out, goes out in one place and right back under in another. We'll see how good it looks on the video when we get to it. Not too bad through here. Once you make it through that rough spot back there, it smooths out and becomes just an enjoyable little ride. And the weather conditions can change, don't forget that. We haven't had a lot of rain, things have been fairly dry, so haven't had any extra washouts. There's one place in here, I don't know if we can see it very well, but it's pretty close. We're right up against the wall on one side, and it looks like a washout has started a little bit on the left side, so it could at some point be impassable. A little bit of a drop off right there, nothing major. Right into a mud hole that's not very deep. Hope you like the music. I try to mix it up a little bit so you don't have to listen to the same thing on every video. Hope you enjoy these. Appreciate like and subscribe if you enjoy them. I try to put something out every week to 10 days, give or take. Try to get out in the summer and get as many videos as I can, so hopefully it can last to the winter. I might do a little remixing in the winter. But I also try to ride in the winter as well. Here we go. We're coming up on the creek. You see the creek here coming in and out from under both sides of the rocks. You see it going under on your left there. And here we're going to see the little camcorder video. This is the right side where it comes out from under the rocks on the opposite side. Now we're moving right along. Still on Sinking Creek. It's a pretty good trail. All of these in the Back Country Byway are open to any licensed off-road vehicle, licensed and insured. Side-by-sides and the like are prohibited. These are decommissioned county roads. Looks like a little dry creek bed here. High water, we might have water in this if we had enough rain. Lots of places for photo ops. We didn't really take any today. There's places you can see these dry creek beds or in the creek. There's one spot that's a really nice spot at the bottom of where New Virginia and Sinking Creek come together. We didn't get it this time, and maybe some other time I'll have that and I can show what that looks like. It's got an overhang, kind of a rock shelter on the edge of the creek. I'll mention that when I get close to it. Beautiful scenery. Look off to the left, some more rock formations. A little rocky right there. Pick your way around it so you don't bang a differential or such. But after we got off those obstacles back about, I don't know, a third of the way back, things have been relatively tame. The trail hasn't been too challenging, but it's been an enjoyable ride where you could actually enjoy the scenery. Well, it's all enjoyable. Enjoy the rough stuff a little bit too, as long as you're not breaking anything. Riding right along here real nice and smooth for the moment. We're getting close now, I think, to the end, and we are. This is where we're going to turn left onto New Virginia and go back all the way up to 498. At the bottom of this hill dead in front of us is where you go for that photo op I was talking about. Now we're going to turn left here onto New Virginia, and we're going to do the rock climb out. I've got some other video. I'm going to come up here with the camcorder as well. Straight ahead is where that photo op is. Alright, we're going to cut out here in a second and get ready to do the camcorder video. I think I'm going to climb out of here first. I kind of took the wrong line this time. I've done this 3 times, and 2 of the 3 times I've made it without stopping. This time I got to the wrong line and got too far to the left. I should have stayed more center. But it didn't take long. Just bump it a little harder from that spot and got right out. And there's the worst part of New Virginia. So we're going to go back here and watch everybody else come up from the camcorder perspective. This is the trail leader going up first. Again, he got off to the left as well, and he had a little bit of trouble. He's in a Tacoma. Took him a minute. He got kind of crossed up at first. You can bump it out of there in a minute. And there he goes. Once he finally got it up over that ledge, it went. Now here's everybody from the camcorder from the top side. I sped some up, cut a little out. Some of them had a little more trouble than others, and some walked right up it. Notice I cut a little bit out there, it took a few tries. All backed up, trying it again. Taking a little bit different line this time. And went right up it. Alright, who's next? Okay, here comes JK. The guy doing the recording for me is his brother. He went right up it. No problem. Here we go, here comes another TJ. I like these pre-ride days. There's usually not as many people on them, so you're a little bit more intimate of a ride. This is Friday, May the 12th. Gave it a little bump, got right up it. And here I come behind him. Here I come up the hill. See me getting that spot where it catches me for a second. Back off a little bit, hit it again. And came right up it. I think we have a couple more. This is at FJ Boken here again. He walks right up this thing, no trouble whatsoever. He's on 35s. A-tracks, lockers, all that stuff. He was having a locker problem, I believe, with the rear, but he had A-tracks. And here comes the last guy up the hill. And he made it right on up. And now we're heading out. I did just enough of this New Virginia up the hill here to get us where we've seen before. When you come out on Cave Fork Ridge up here, I'll point it out when we get to it. That's where it becomes the same we've seen before. And it's a pretty tame ride from here on out. I want you to see all of it. That's why all of it's included. Next time I do one of these, most of it will be cut out, except for the exciting parts. If you want to refer back to the full trail, you'll always have this one. Pretty good water hole here. And if things change enough, maybe I'll do another full trail ride video. If we got a lot of weather or it's winter or something, that might make it interesting. Still some more rocks. But it's pretty tame once we make that climb. Nice thing about the smooth parts is you get to enjoy the scenery. You don't have to concentrate so much on the technical aspect, but you can enjoy other parts as well. And we're coming on up on the marker here. To the left is the exit from Cave Fork Ridge, and from here on out it's pretty smooth sailing. That's what we've seen before when we've done that particular trail. So here we're already back up, cut everything out and got back up to the road. We're back on pavement now, and we're going to come on out on 498 up here, I believe it is, or 52, then to 498, and back to 11. I hope everybody's enjoyed this. Come back again. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.